I'm over here. I'm over here. Should I do the whole show from here? Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't even call it a show. Maybe we should relax with that. Hello. Hello and welcome. It is day 42. And it's a good day because, for one, I came up with the brilliant idea of attaching my microphone to this sword. And now, the sword is very sharp. And actually, if you look, there's a good deal of blood on it from me cutting myself, but that's not the point. I've mastered the blade, and so I'm allowed to put a microphone on the tip of it. Do I feel a kind of a weird need to follow through on the bit and not let go and keep risking injury and doing something stupid? Yes, I do. I'm compelled. It's a good day. I'm wearing the button down. I got the button down tucked into the gym shorts. The button down, oh, don't look at that. Don't look at my belly. I got the button down tucked into the gym shorts. The button downs, by the way, the buttons are blowing off. They're exploding off from the sheer pressure of my gut. Though I am, losing weight. Tucked in the shorts with the house shoes on. Now, my wife is Chinese. These are her house shoes. And if you are an Asian person or you are with an Asian person, you know that house shoes are an integral part of your daily life. Let's make sure I'm looking. I look like a background character in a medieval show that gets, hit in the head with a rock and dies. That's what I look like. All right. We're doing it again. It's a Google Trend React Day. Now, I don't know how funny this bit is. I like it. I don't know. It really depends on what's trending. Last time we did this, there were a couple hits in there, a couple misses. Realistically, half the news is either someone died or a sports team won. And that's, how funny can you get with that? I don't know shit about sports, and people dying isn't, funny. I mean, you can try to find a way to make it funny, but it gets stale pretty quickly. But let's do it anyway. Let's see where this takes us, will you? This is a show where I'm losing 80 pounds. Am I going to keep the losing 80 pounds day X moniker for every single video? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm limiting myself. Maybe the algorithm sees that and goes, hey, buddy, why are you talking about, why are you reacting? Shouldn't you be jogging? Well, it's a little bit much to jog every day, okay? It's not something I want to record every day. It's just can we get over this, all right? I'm losing 80 pounds. I'm trying to just change the screen here. Jesus Christ, not that button. That was an accident, and now we're good. We're in the Google Trends, all right? All right, search volume. This is what we're going to do it by. We're going to do it by search volume. 10 million searches for Men's March Madness. Hey, algorithm, Men's March Madness happening right now. I'm not even remotely sure what it is. Men's March Madness. Gators celebrate title with 60,000 fans at the Swamp. Hell yeah. That's a sentence I understand. That's something I completely can relate myself to. Is it in Houston, Florida? Is that a place? I don't know enough about this. I shouldn't even be allowed to legally speak about this type of shit. Masters leaderboard. I know the Masters is golf. You don't want to even know what men whisper to one another on a golf course. I avoid that scenario for the same reason I don't meet people in alleyways. The same reason that if I get a text from a random number with 2 GPS coordinates in it, a longitude and latitude, I don't show up to that. I don't do that. And that's the same reason I don't go to the golf course. It's just, it's not a place, the words spoken there are of a dark and dangerous ilk. Direwolf. This is a topic, right? They brought this dog back into a great world. I'm sure the dog's real happy about it. They resurrected the direwolf, and they were like, now we're going to put you in a lab. They birthed this thing into a cage. They're like, yeah, we don't really have any room for you. We can't protect the animals that are alive now and endangered, so we figure we bring you back. We just figure we bring you back. Now, is this a direwolf? We've got ourselves a classic, Theseus' ship argument. Oh, god damn it now. I'm not going to cut. I'm not going to do it. Ship analogy. I actually brought this up on stream yesterday, and I automatically still forgot. Ship analogy. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Ship analogy. Is that Plato? Who cares? The ship of Theseus. It is Theseus. Jesus. God, I'm smart. Is this a direwolf? It shares some of the DNA and proteins of a direwolf. A direwolf has to be of its time. I don't know if you could just call it it's a big dog. It's a big dog, and I don't know what our plans are to do with it. And frankly, I don't know what's the plan? To make a zoo full of animals that are even more lost, that are even more confused? I don't know if it's good to play God this way. I don't know. I kind of wish they were like, we're bringing back the direwolf, but we made its fur neon pink. That would make more sense. Just if if you're creating a monstrosity in the eyes of the universe, just do that. Go full tilt with it. Give it a mohawk. But no, it's just a big dog, and it's going to be kept in a cage, and they're going to try and make other dogs, and then I don't know, bring back a stegosaurus for what? I try not to be negative about these things, but you're on your way to the grocery store, there's a goddamn stegosaurus because the scientist got out of hand. That's how I see it. That's what I'm perceiving. The S&P 500, I have never had enough money to have a savings account. So stocks are kind of like, I assume it's the way like a plebeian in ancient Rome felt when people would discuss like spices. I just go, yeah, that must be crazy. I'm not even allowed in the room where they store the spices, so I don't know what that means. This helicopter crash is pretty sad and rough. This happened, right over there for me. I live quite near this, not in the Hudson River, but I live near it. And my goodness, I don't like helicopters. They're medieval contraptions. You look at a helicopter and you go, that's how I would have designed a plane if I was 5 years old. I go, oh, it just does this. So that's why I don't like this. I don't trust them. Pink moon. April's full moon is a micro moon. Here's what that means. I'm going to move myself here for a moment. Okay, so the most annoying person you know is about to tell you that this is going to affect the decisions you make for the next 3 months. An astrology person is going to tell you that. Now, my mother likes astrology. She likes to talk to me about it. And whenever she talks about it, I'm fully on her side. I go, yes, absolutely. I'm an Aquarius Pisces cusp. What are we going to do about it? But realistically, I was born on the same day as Rihanna and Kurt Cobain. Are the three of us very similar people? Actually, maybe. Now that I'm saying that out loud, that's actually maybe true. Maybe we are the same. Black Mirror Season 7. This is a great show. I'm kidding. This show is very good. I sound very negative. Look, I'm not negative. I have very high standards, okay? I'm not cynical. I'm critical, okay? I believe we can do better. Black Mirror has a few good episodes. Let's say, dear Lord, 7 seasons. And I would imagine 3 good episodes. And, it's the concept, it's just kind of a basic dystopian sci-fi short stories put into episodic format, should work perfectly. I would recommend reading Ray Bradbury, reading some Aldous Huxley instead, but, J.G. Ballard, get on that. That's way better than this shit, but I get it. It's British. They go, oh, what if, the phone ain't good now, is it? Oh, what if Grubhub took over your mind? I don't know. I guess that would suck. It's already really bad. You don't need a Black Mirror episode to tell you that, like, the phone will be bad in the future. It's bad now. It's very bad now. Like, you already don't, like, even know why you're alive unless your phone's in your hand. So we don't need the 7 seasons of them, like, but what if it also downloaded your own, the way you feel to your mom? Last of Us Season 2, first season was alright. This show, just like every show on HBO, has, like, derivative Game of Thrones, disease where there's a sort of intentional degree of tension applied to every new character, because ever since Game of Thrones, the expectation for watching a dramatic show is this slight anticipation that anyone can die at any moment, which is not like actually what a good story is, but it gets a little tired. Although I understand why people love it. The game is fine. The game's good. Coachella, Coachella is Bernie Sanders attacks Trump policies during surprise Coachella appearance. Could you have a more American sentence than that? Bernie Sanders is at Coachella. How much does a ticket to Coachella ask? Let me ask you real quick. What do you do at Coachella? What are the people up to at Coachella? Coachella should immediately preempt you from the legal right to cast a vote. I don't even really have a reason for it. I think it's a gut sensation. Yeah, I'm not saying I have like a problem with Bernie Sanders or anything. It's more so just a matter of this is like, I don't know, man. I guess it's one way to reach the kids is you go to Coachella. You go to Coachella and you end up in the background of someone's selfie for their Instagram account where they sell AG1 fitness products to 650,000 12-year-old children. That's the funnel here that I think that they're looking at. That's great. That'll help. This type of thing really helped earlier this year with the election, so I'm sure this will really do well. Charli XCX, like you're at a rooftop party in Brooklyn, listening to someone who thinks they're Joan Didion tell you a story about their life, how they went from Missouri to New York City to become a ballerina or something, and they think Charli XCX is the background music to their story. It just sounds like shit. It just doesn't sound good. William Shatner decries presentism, rewriting of history, music, and literature. What does that mean? This is another reading memorial. Recap history. Yeah, I mean, if his contention is you shouldn't take things from the past and alter them to fit today, that should be objectively true to everyone viewing this. If you truly cannot instinctively recognize the dangers of changing things from the past, literally altering their text to fit the context of modern times, you are a lost soul. You are a truly lost soul, and I could not imagine something more fundamentally ideologically driven and genuinely, like the actual use of the word fascist. To take something and change it to fit now is an enormously strange and dangerous thing to do. You are altering history, which is one of those things that on an innate level, most human beings they cringe at it, unless they feel like the object of that action leads to them getting closer to the idealized version of the world they want, which only exists in your mind and should not be allowed to, alter everyone's experience and memory of the past. That's rough. Lizzo weight loss. Has Lizzo lost weight? Hey! Oh, it's topical. Oh, I bet you the YouTube Bigg'uns must love this story. The YouTube Bigg'uns must be all over this. The Bigg'uns love to talk about other Bigg'uns. The Bigg'uns pop up and you see them and you go, well, she used to be this much of a Bigg'un and now she's this much of a Bigg'un. Bigg'un, of course, being my ideal term for a fat person. Yeah, she has lost a lot of weight, She has lost a lot of weight, and I think that's great. The reason that it's good to lose weight is because the more overweight you are, the earlier you will die. You are also, an incredible amount of a mental and emotional and physical stress, and no amount of smiling and taking photos of yourself will change that. So this is great. Good for her, She's denied using Ozempic. I mean, she's got more to her. There's more Lizzo can make use of than Ozempic, right? Because she's also incredibly wealthy and has, great, this is a fun website to be on. She's also incredibly wealthy and has unlimited access to resources. So Ozempic, it's like, yeah, that helps. But imagine if you had all the time in the world, all the money in the world. I mean, what's stopping you? You could become a transformer if you wanted. You could become a literal car. You could become a half human, half robot. So, yes, she should lose 16% of her body fat if that's what she wants to do. She doesn't have to deal with the crushing day-to-day grind of doing things you don't want to so you're allowed to eat. So good for her, I guess. It's not very impressive to me. Katy Perry going to space. Great. Okay. We're done here. Great. We could put Katy Perry going to space next to Bernie Sanders being at Coachella. And then we'll bring the direwolf in this situation. You've got Bernie Sanders over there. He's telling me how Trump's bad. And I go, great. And then we've got Katy Perry. She's fucking floating in space. Why is Katy Perry in space? Just because she could sing to an alien. She's in space because who else is going to go to space? Not you. No, it's going to be Katy Perry. And then, of course, the direwolf's running around. He's running around. I don't belong in this time period. I'm very scared and lost. And all of us we hang out together in the room that we call America. And we ask ourselves, how did we get here? What's going to happen next? And how do I monetize it? Freddie Mercury is, I thought they might be bringing him back like the direwolf, so I figured I'd click on this. Yeah, Happy Gilmore 2. Yeah, and this is necessary too. We really needed a Happy Gilmore 2. I was thinking, if I don't get a repeat of something from my childhood soon, I will fucking snap. That's what I was thinking. And now they've made Happy Gilmore 2. I'm so happy. I was afraid they might come up with a movie that was new and funny. So I thought, you might as well bring me back something from the past because I'm afraid of death. So I need to be constantly reminded of the past through media because we are at a complete stalemate because things have become so bloated and so corporatized and so impossibly materialistic and self-referential and ironic that we actually can't do anything new anymore. It's not allowed. So we'll make Happy Gilmore 2. I think they should make a Happy Gilmore every 3 weeks. sucks. The only shows that exist should be Happy Gilmore and Black Mirror. Everything else should just be shut off. That's all we need. Alexander Daddario, True Detective Season 1. Look it up. That's it. I'm ending on that. I'm ending on that. Folks, was this good? I don't know. I've been holding a sword the whole time. I'm afraid to look at my hands. It's day 42, and I just wanted to have a little fun for myself. Go at it. I guess, in retrospect, it probably sounds like I'm a pretty negative guy. Look, I'm not a negative guy. Ow! I'm not a negative guy. I'm a critical guy. I believe in the beauty of the human spirit. I believe to love life means to look at it and hold it in high regard, which means not pogging every time someone does something that they've already done 15 times and it's on the news. We need to be elevating the intellectual group level. Here's what we have to choose. We have to make a choice. Either collectively people somehow get smarter. I don't think that's going to happen. Or we reestablish a strict aristocracy. The problem with that is we can't really do it because all the people that have money in this country, they're just trying to get AI to make sure that we all can only work in factories now. So, we're kind of shit out of luck one way or the other. But don't falter. Don't be upset. There's still the sun. You still see trees. You got each other, for the love of God, I hope. And you gotta get yourself a cat. Get yourself a sword. Gain 200 pounds and then lose 200 pounds. That's something to think about other than, Black Mirror. Day 42, folks. Day 42. I think I'm going to pass out. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.